Oh, we're live somewhere. All right. Okay, welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Naturalized Citizen? Episode number 8. My name is Amanda Schaefer. I'm an immigration attorney in New York City. We're going to give everybody a few moments to join while we introduce everybody, or before we introduce everybody. So while I do that, a quick reminder to everyone watching to make sure to like us and follow us on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and all that, so you don't miss any more of our episodes, and you can check out all of our other live videos. And if you like what you see here today, or you know someone who you think may like what they see here today, please feel free to share the video, whether you're watching it live or on replay. The more viewers we get, the better. And we really appreciate everybody joining us. It looks like people are starting to trickle in. So as they trickle in, I will start to do our introductions and everything. So what is naturalization? That's what this game is all about naturalizing. So naturalization is one of the 4 ways that you can become a U.S. citizen. You can, the most common is if you're born in the U.S., you're a U.S. citizen. And then naturalization is the second most common. And then there's acquisition of citizenship and derivation of citizenship. A little less common. Both have to do with really your parents. So either you're acquiring it automatically when you turn 18, or you're deriving it from your parents. What is it when, oh, that's the automatic one. I always get that confused. Acquisition is you're born outside the U.S. to U.S. parents. You can still be a U.S. citizen automatically, technically, and then to derive it, your parent becomes a U.S. citizen while you're under 18, and you're in the U.S. as a permanent resident living in their custody. That is how you derive it. And then, of course, naturalization. So basic requirements for naturalization that you have to meet. There's a continuous residence requirement, a physical presence requirement, a good moral character requirement. You have to be a permanent resident. You have to pass the English test. And that means you have to be able to write down 3 sentences the officer gives you in English and read out loud 3 sentences in English. And then last, but certainly not least, what we're doing here today is you have to pass the Civics test. And that is basically a history test on America. You will get 10 questions during your interview. You have to get at least 6 correct. If you do not, you get one more shot at it, actually, before you have to spend another $725 on filing fees. So it's always a good idea to study, to not put yourself in that position. So that's what we're doing here today. Let's see what these questions are like, to see how some of our very intelligent and helpful attorneys who are at the forefront of naturalization, really helping people naturalize all the time, if they can even answer the questions. So, you guys ready? We get started with the show?
Let's do it.
All right.
Absolutely. So
let's get the screen shared in the stream. All right, let's get that music going. Okay, that was enough music. Okay. I am your host, attorney Amanda Schaefer. I was born and raised in New York. As always, go Yankees. But my fun fact today, and I'll explain why in a minute, I am a certified scuba diver. All my contact information is here. Mine, as well as our contestants, will be on the event page. If you are interested in contacting any of us, we are all for hire. And my quote, normally I do, why am I proud to be an American? And as you can see right now, my quote is blue. And that is because I am going to actually do my quote after our contestants do their quotes. And you'll see why. And this is my fun picture for the day. So I couldn't find, with my short notice of deciding this 2 minutes ago, I couldn't find a scuba diving pic except for this. I'm wearing what's it called? The BCD. And the reason is it's relevant to what announcement for the show is why I picked the scuba diving. So this is going to be our last show until June 23rd. And normally we do it every 2 weeks, but I will be going on my honeymoon where I hope to be scuba diving. So we will be back with 2 brand new contestants June 23rd. So that's what I will hopefully be doing in some nice weather. So that is your host. All right, so let's meet our contestants. Contestant number 1, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Romben Aquino, and my immigration law office is in Pasadena, California.
And what is your fun fact? Well, we'll get to your fun fact in a second. Let's do your quote first. Why are you proud to be an American?
So I one of the things that I'm always reminded of as I help immigrants is that I was lucky. I was born here, and so when I hear the stories of my clients and how they came here and the struggles they did and the struggles that the parents did to get here, it really just keeps reminding me about how fortunate I was that my parents did that struggle for me. And so having been born in the United States and all the opportunities that came as a result of that other people are trying to struggle to get here, but a lot of us just trying to take that for granted. Speaking
of your parents, what do we have here?
Yeah, so those are my the certificates of naturalization for my parents, and if you squint, you can see that my father's name is Romualdo and my mother's name is Benita. So in case you're wondering, that's where the name came from.
Oh,
very common thing to do in the Philippines. So if you ever find anyone else with a interesting combination name, they might be Filipino, maybe.
When I saw your name, I was like, that looks like a Filipino name, and then when I saw your parents, I was like, I was proud of myself for getting that, but I didn't know that about the last names. I love it. That's a second fun fact I didn't even know we'd get. And now tell us about your fun fact, which is your wall photos.
Yeah, so I have a wall of photos of happy clients. I used to call it the wall of happy clients, but then that sort of connotes that my clients are pinned to my wall, which is not a very fun thing to do with their clients. It's sort of like a Mitt Romney thing, right? Binders of women, but no. It's a whenever I finish a case, I always ask the clients if they would be inclined to provide a photo for me that I can put on my wall. And so there's the photographs, and it also is next to the other part of my wall, which is the artwork of my 2 children who are 8 and 6. And so that collection of artwork keeps growing and growing, and I have to take some of the older stuff down, put up the new stuff. And
you got to keep it all. You can never take any of it down.
Well, you know what happens when the kids visit the office, they look for the artwork, and they wonder, like, where's my artwork, Daddy? And I'm like, oh,
sure.
I took that one down. Well, put it back up. Put it back up. So, they keep you on your toes. You gotta keep you can't ever say, oh, I trashed that one. That's going to get you in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. Well, it looks like you have made many clients happy. Thank you for sharing and for joining us today. And let's meet our second contestant. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Kaitlyn O'Shaughnessy, and my law office is in Washington, D.C.
And we'll do your quote. Yeah, we'll do your quote first. Why are you proud to be an American, Kaitlyn?
Well, my fun fact is actually that I only became an American in September, so less than a year ago. And Amanda, when you asked me why I'm proud to be an American, I told you, sorry, not sorry. I have mixed feelings about being American. And that is because I live in DC, and I spent the summer protesting police violence and the killing of Black people, and watched my city get invaded by highly militarized police, and felt very mixed feelings about becoming a citizen. But as Amanda's going to talk about, one of the cool things about being American is that I could spend the summer protesting police violence. And that I live in a country, and now I'm a citizen of a country where that is still a right that's protected by the Constitution. So that's why my feelings are mixed. There are pros and cons, I think.
There are, and I wanted to do my quote now because my quote this week is inspired by Kaitlyn's quote. So when I saw this quote, normally I show you guys in advance, so I type it up, and sometimes you guys are sending to me quickly, so sometimes I'll change it a little so that it sounds nice. Oh, look, we have one of excuse me one second. We have one of our previous contestants. She wants to announce her arrival. Thank you, Hashi, for your arriving. We appreciate you watching, of course. So when I saw this, I asked her, I said, Kaitlyn, what do you want me to write? And then we started, and she's like, well, maybe I shouldn't write that. I'm like, you know what? No. And I'll tell you why. And this is why. Because we have the right to criticize the government and protest unjust actions. Blind loyalty is not a requirement to be a U.S. citizen. And that's what I loved about it. Like, there are plenty of countries in the world where you can't say these things. Like even if you just naturalize, you'd be like, oh no, they're going to come after me,
Yeah.
And that's what it is, until a few years, like 8 years ago, I refused to vote because I was a poli-sci major and fed up with politics, still fed up with politics, but I believe in voting now. But I knew we had the right not to vote as much as the right to vote. And I was proud of that right. I was like, this system's messed up. Why am I voting for it? And that was like my little stupid protest that I think was based on false logic. But vote. Everyone should vote. But anyways, point is, I like that a lot, especially because I find out you're recently naturalized, and then you have that quote, and I'm like, when you go in there, they don't say, do you love America more than anything? No, that's not what the requirements are. And that's what our country is. And there's no second-class citizen. We're all treated the same. So you can have the same beliefs. And I think that's great. So Kaitlyn, I appreciate you being honest. Thank you. And let's see that naturalization certificate. There we go. All right. So this is legit. This is legit. She really just naturalized, guys. So obviously lots of pressure on you today because it should be fresh. Right?
That's right. She has an advantage. She just took this test a few months ago.
Yeah. Not put pressure on. But to help you calm down a little, we have your other fun fact photo. And who's this?
This is my sister's cat. His name is Richard Parker. I bullied her into adopting him from the pound because he had huge teeth, and I worried that no one would adopt him. And thank you, Hashi, for the congratulations, which I'm going to assume is about my naturalization.
I believe it is.
So this picture is one that I share when I'm trying to get people to think that I'm like fun and affectionate. But it's actually not even my cat, so it's a little misleading.
You like cats?
Yeah, I mean, they're okay.
All right, I'll take it. That's how I feel about cats. So, and to everyone out there, no offense to cats. I'm just a dog person. Okay, well, thank you also for sharing and for joining us today. Let's get to the game, and let's get to the game board, and then we'll go through the very quick rules of the game. So, although if you were watching earlier, I did say that in order to pass the naturalization test, you need to get 6 questions correct. We're actually going to go to 10 today because 6 is a little fast. And, we want to give our audience, give them a little more questions to see what is on the actual naturalization test. So if that's okay with you guys, we're going to go to 10 today. Okay. Winner takes all. The second rule of the game, and I would say the most important, that you cannot buzz in until I finish reading the question. All right. If you buzz in before I finish reading the question, you will forfeit your turn for that round. Your opponent will get a free answer. Okay. And where did my phone go? Oh no. Okay, it's here. And then the last rule is that every question is taken verbatim from the USCIS naturalization test questions. Every question, every answer. I will be deciding if your answer conforms to the answer on the test, then me alone, just as the USCIS officer does when you're sitting in that interview room. We're trying to make this as real as possible. So I will be the judge, the jury, and the executioner all in one. Okay, so are those terms agreeable to you guys? Okay. Yes. Great. And then, there's this one last thing. This is not a rule, but it's just a little tidbit. You will not know the score as we go along. You're welcome to keep track yourself. It's just more fun when you keep it secret. I'll give it a hint when we're getting close, but you guys will get caught up in the rat race of the game, and it's more fun when you don't know where you're at. So that's how we play. All right. So let's get started. In order to get started, we got to get this coin toss flipped. You've been using this Tokyo coin from the Olympics, and now I couldn't find that one today, but so I have a Mexican coin or a Mexican Olympic coin from the 1968 Olympics. We're going to use the head is this like, oh, the head we'll use this. It's a person, the little guy on the front. And then the back, it looks like a phoenix or something. What?
It's probably an eagle.
That's very possible. I asked my husband why we have all these random Olympic coins from before we were born, and he thinks they may have been in Wheaties boxes. Because I was like, you didn't, maybe his dad did, but you didn't go to these. But I think they're really cool. So, heads, like I said, it is the person, and tails, we're going to say the phoenix, of course. So, Kaitlyn, why don't you call it in the air?
Tails.
It is the phoenix / eagle, so that is tails. So that means you get to go first. You get to choose the first category. Kaitlyn, we're all ready to buzz. You go ahead. Which category would you like?
Holidays.
It's going to confuse me now. Holidays. Ooh, right to the holidays. Okay. You guys ready? Ready? You didn't say you're lucky because you didn't say if you were ready yet. I know you're excited, Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn just buzzed in. You didn't. Neither of you answered if you were ready. So I'm assuming the answer was no. So let's take a deep breath.
I am now ready.
Now you're ready, Robin. You ready?
Yes, we're ready. Let's do this. Let's rock and roll.
All right. When do we celebrate Independence Day? Kaitlyn.
Oh, I got it. Okay. July 4th. Right?
July 4th. That is correct. Romben, you're bored.
All right. Let's go. Geography.
Geography. Say hi to Lambert, one of our regulars. How you doing, Lambert? Okay, geography. Ooh. Oh, Kaitlyn, putting pressure on you for this one because, Canada.
I'm so stressed now.
Name one state that borders Canada. Romben.
Nebraska.
Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, Washington, there's quite a lot here, and Alaska.
I thought Nebraska was pretty close. I guess there's another state in between Nebraska and Canada. Probably North Dakota. It's probably the state.
Well, that's okay. We like the dunce guy, even though for some reason he's behind the text right now. That's how sad he is that you got that one wrong. Because, you're not in a state. No, you're okay. At least you're not in a state. I had to think about that for a second. But you've lived in a state that bordered Canada? You said no. Virginia. Where else? California.
Yeah, well, New York. New York's one of them.
You're in New York. Okay, so yeah. Okay, no excuse then. All right. Kaitlyn, you're bored. Okay.
System of government.
System of government. Oh, up. I got excited myself. Nope. I don't know what happened there. It's always something. We got to hear the music again. I'm sorry.
That was a quick game. Wow.
1 second. Don't look. Bored. All right, we're back. System of government. What does the president's cabinet do? Romben.
My kids are apparently watching, so I can't bomb anymore. They advise the president.
Let's find out. Advises the president. Oh, We're gonna have to skip this one too. I should have hit the yes. Well, okay. Romben, it's now your board.
I can't see the board. Did we lose the board?
We did lose the board. That was my bad. Hold on 1 second. I got your board. Got your board for you. Okay.
Let's go. Since I was so hot on geography, let's keep going with geography again.
Ooh, I'm going to have to stop you there. We can't do 2 of the same categories in a row that only have a few questions.
All right, fair enough. Let's go with the system of government then.
System of government. Who is...
By the way, my buzzer's still red. Oh, there we go. Sorry, we're good.
Magic. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Romben.
You're so fast.
Alex Padilla.
Final answer?
Wow, the other one is Dianne Feinstein. So one of the guys being one of those.
2 answers. Dianne Feinstein and Alex Padilla. That is correct. There you go. And everything worked that time. Fantastic. Okay, Kaitlyn, it's your board.
Principles of American government, please.
Principles of American government. What are 2 rights of the Declaration of Independence? Romben with the quick finger.
Yeah, what can I say? So the Declaration of Independence was basically a letter, a breakup letter to King George, and I believe one of the biggest lines in there was, "We never ever put that together." The 2 rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of property.
Final answer.
Happiness. One or the other.
I was getting into the USCIF officers get a little antsy if you don't like just say life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, which is the correct answer. Although you did say pursuit of property, I will give it to you because I did ask final answer and you corrected, but you still got the first 2. So.
I believe that in an earlier draft it was pursuit of property, and then they probably thought this is not.
Now
cool.
You're really upsetting the USCIS officer who just wants to go home. Okay.
I think we should double check that my buzzer is working.
Well, it's showing you buzzing in. Just
too slow.
Just
all right. Great.
We'll blame the Wi-Fi. Romben, it looks like it's your board.
Let's go. Rights and responsibilities.
Oh, rights and responsibilities. Guys, this is a good one. What do we show loyalty to when we pledge the allegiance? Kaitlyn.
Oh, good. The flag.
Let's find out. The United States, the flag. That is correct. Now, if you're watching and you're like, hey, she didn't give you the whole answer, why is that correct? Well, it didn't ask for 2. It just asked for an answer. And that means you only have to give 1. And if you started listing it all off, again, sir, ma'am, that's enough. You passed.
And the more answers you give, the more likely one of them is wrong. Which will make the whole question wrong. And
then you're relying on that person to say, oh, well, I'll still give it to you. Got part of it. It's just not worth it. Just pick one, stick with it, move on. You want to learn how to pass the naturalization test? That's how you pass it. All right. That's enough advice. Kaitlyn, it's your board.
Okay. Geography, please.
Ooh, back to geography.
Oh, my buzzer is still okay there. Okay.
Was this the one I forgot to cross off? I know we talked about it, but we didn't talk about all of it. So name one of the 2 longest rivers in the United States. Romben.
Mississippi.
MISS, ISS, IPPI, Mississippi and Missouri. That is correct. That is my favorite word to spell. All right, Romben, you're bored.
All right, let's go with the colonial period.
Colonial period and independence. Who is the father of our country? Ooh, Romben.
That would be the guy on the $1 bill, George Washington.
George Washington. I thought you were going to stop the guy on $1 bill. That was not giving you points.
Can you be more specific?
when I don't click yeah, you wouldn't have gotten that question anyway because there's too many George Washingtons going on. When I don't click exactly on the thing, it goes to the next question. PowerPoint for you. Okay. Romben, you're bored.
Let's go again with principles of American government.
Principles of American government. What is an amendment? Romben.
Kaitlyn, are you playing or what?
I am. I'm pressing the buzz button instantly. I don't understand how you buzz so quickly.
All right, let's do one test buzz.
I'm kind of jealous.
I'm gonna clear you and on 3. I want you to both press it. Ready? 1,
Okay.
2, 3. I think I heard your click and it was delayed.
You think you heard my click and it was
I
delayed?
think I heard your click and it was delayed. One more test and then we keep going.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Romben again. But I clicked it. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not going to be a sore loser before I've even lost. So let's carry on.
Well, you gotta get fat. You gotta get quicker. That's all I can say. So, Romben, what is an amendment?
An amendment is the change to a constitution. There are currently 27.
I'm going to strike the second part of your answer. A change to the Constitution, an amendment to the Constitution. Sir, I did not ask you how many there were, sir. Just so you know, sir.
I was just trying to show how high IQ I am by trying to impress you.
You know the USC officer doesn't care. They just really don't care. They want you to answer.
I just want to go home. Sure,
home.
it's Friday at 4 o'clock. I want to get out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Kaitlyn's bored.
Symbols.
Oh, symbols. Why does this flag have 50 states?
I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at the buzzing. I buzzed before she even read the.
You realize I gave you the answer.
Yeah.
I gave you the answer. All right, so that's I get that for that. Pick again. You want to do symbols again?
Yes, please.
Okay. But that was good because you would have faulted. So, what is the name of the national anthem? Kaitlyn.
The Star Spangled Banner.
Final answer?
Yes.
Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, okay.
Seemed unsure. I had to make sure. According to
trying to put doubt in her mind.
I have some late comments that came in. We got some smileys. Another former contestant who did fantastic. And this is true. Not only do you not get extra bonus points, you're going to get chastised. So that, again, I'm just trying to make it real. That's all. That's all I'm doing here. Okay? I think that you should appreciate that. Okay. Romben, you're bored.
All right, let's go system of government.
System of government. Oh, another state-specific question. Who is the governor of your state now? Romben.
Gavin Newsom.
Let's find out. Now, I was hoping that we were going to get to DC on one of these questions. Gavin Newsom, because I learned a fun fact about DC, but I'll wait to see if we get there.
I wanted to answer this question so that I could share that fun fact, Amanda. And Romben has Spider-Man reflexes.
All right. I'm going to do something here that I normally don't do. Which one did I click on? 43? Right?
I don't remember.
Right.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Kaitlyn, I'm going to give you one try to get this question right for you, and I will give you a point. I normally don't do that, but you taught me such a fun fact that I do what I want. So, who is the governor of your state?
Okay, so DC is not a state. So we don't have a governor. We have a representative. This is Mayor Bowser. And then we also have Eleanor Holmes Norton, who's our representative in Congress, but she cannot vote. So if you live in DC, you go do your naturalization interview in Virginia, because there's no USCIS office right now.
Wow.
Questions. The answer is DC is not a state.
Well, I don't know. I was supposed to put not a state. I put her because Wikipedia was like, it could be considered the governor, but yeah, the answer is what? DC is not a state, which that much I knew, but I never thought about it before. I knew you had a representative. I knew it wasn't voting. So I was like, wait, you don't get to vote in the election.
I mean, we vote in the presidential election, but we don't vote for a state representative. No.
Okay. At least
you vote for Eleanor Holmes Norton, but she doesn't have voting power. So
right.
It's like a figurehead. Yeah.
So, I just was excited to learn I even lived in DC for a summer, so I'm a little embarrassed that I'm like, I don't know this. I'm sure I knew it at one point. It's always good to relearn, guys. Always good. Romben, thank you. Thank you for being a good sport on that one.
Thank you for the pity point.
It's not. You taught me a fun fact, so you earned it. Okay.
My hand is too slow, I guess. All right.
I was trying to spot you a lead with my Nebraska answer, so I don't know where we are on the points, but
that was early on, Rom. That's a little cocky.
Well, I'm definitely losing. Yeah, that's pretty rude, actually. I'm a little offended. I don't actually need pity points. I'm just slow on the buzzer, not on the answers.
That's very true. But Kaitlyn, it is your board as well.
Okay. Let's do geography again.
All right, geography. Oop. Name one U.S. territory. Romben.
The Virgin Islands.
Puerto Rico, the U.S. Virgin Islands, the American Samoa, Northern Mariana Islands, Guam. Now, you said Virgin Islands, so am I going to point him here?
Yeah, you're right. Specifically, there's the U.S. and there's the British Virgin Islands. So
however,
you can give the point to me because I was thinking Puerto Rico.
However, again, I'm not biased. I have to put myself in the shoes of a USCIS. I can't even say that word today. USCIS officer. Would you have gotten points at the interview? I have to say, I do believe you would have gotten points at the interview.
I think so too.
But I almost didn't give you those points, for Nebraska. I'm just playing. Okay. Romben, is your board.
Let's go as a former poli-sci major with principles of American government.
Principles of American government. What is freedom of religion? Kaitlyn.
Good. Okay. I think it might be the Wi-Fi because I pressed that a little before you finished talking. All right. Anyways, I'm not going to out myself. Freedom of religion is the freedom to practice or not practice any religion of one's choosing. You can practice any religion or not practice any religion. That is correct. And we have this, you guys, Elianka and Hashi, you guys, your comments, and Lambert too, everybody. If I haven't mentioned your comment or shown your comment, I haven't seen your comment because they don't all come up.
because of, technology. So I apologize. But thank you guys for watching and commenting. We love having our interactions. That was just sidebar. Let's get back to it. Kaitlyn's board.
Rights and responsibilities, please.
Rights and responsibilities. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? Kaitlyn.
I actually might not know this. The right to assemble and the right to bear arms.
Freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom to petition the government, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms. That is correct. I don't know if you guys watch Family Guy, but there's a quote from, or a little scene from Family Guy that I wish now I had, that I actually showed my constitutional law professor because I thought it was hilarious, and she liked it too, where they're like, they flash back to the Constitutional Convention, and they're talking about putting the right to bear arms in there, and they're like, we should really explain what we mean by this so they don't get confused in the future. Like, what do you mean? That's clear. Everybody has a right to a pair of bear arms on the wall. Words, right? Words. It's what we deal with. Okay. Romben, you're bored.
Let's go recent American history.
Recent American history. It's a toughie. Who was president during World War I? Romben. Wait, did you buzz in early?
What?
Because
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I usually am turning while I'm finishing the question. But if Kaitlyn says you didn't, I'm going to let you answer. So, Kaitlyn, did he buzz in early? Because I didn't notice it.
I don't think he did.
Okay. Romben, what's the answer?
Boy, I hope I.
Because I actually don't know the answer. That's why I didn't buzz at all. I can't remember the answer to this.
I hope it's Woodrow Wilson.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I should be paying more attention. I was, but I was a little late and I saw it was already there.
I think it was a fair bet.
Okay, well, I will let you guys know at this point in the game.
Romben has won.
Nobody's won. We do have one of you. I won't say who, but one of you is one away from victory. Okay?
I wonder which one of us that could be.
I'm not really sure. I haven't counted. I just, I'm guessing. So, Kaitlyn, it's a blue pen. That means it's your board.
Okay. Let's take recent American history. Oh, are we allowed to do that twice in a row?
I'll allow it.
Okay, let's do that.
Recent American history. What major event on September 11th, 2001, it looks like we're missing a word, occurred in the United States? Kaitlyn.
A terrorist attack against the World Trade Center in New York City.
Terrorist attack the United States. That is correct.
And other places in the United States, not just New York.
Well,
oh yeah, you're right. Also yes, you're right.
I didn't have to keep listening after the United States.
That's actually a good example of why just give the most basic answer, right?
It's true. That's very true. Okay, now at this point in the game, I'd like to tell you that one of you is 1 point away from victory.
Stop! It's too stressful. We all know it's Romben.
It is. All right, but it is
tied.
It is Romben. You could be tied. I didn't say you weren't. Romben, your board.
Can I actually just share something about my bad buzzing skills that I feel is relevant?
Please do.
I'm buzzing with my right index finger, and I had to have surgery on it, and it doesn't bend all the way. So I think maybe that's why I'm so slow at it.
I thought you were going to use your left hand. I thought that was your...
Yeah, but then I can't do that fast enough either. Basically, I'm just making excuses because I'm embarrassed to be losing so badly. Actually.
Well, I can't confirm or deny if you're losing, but again, if you end up losing, it's not because you're getting the answers incorrect, which is a very important distinction. I want everybody to know that.
Thank you. I feel better.
So just saying, I'm on your side.
Right.
Romben, though, it is your board.
Okay. All right. Let's go colonial period again.
Colonial period and independence. Oh, I always do that. We can't go with this one because we always go with this one. Sorry, I'm not good at clicking today. 66 is where we were going with that. Okay. When was the Constitution written? Romben.
1787.
1787. That is correct. I thought I was going to say 1776. I realized that was the Declaration of Independence. I would have gotten that wrong. And with that, we do have a winner. I'm not. We'll see who it is. Tail roll, please. And the winner is Romben. Congratulations.
Good job, Romben.
By the way, I love the hat.
Thanks. I don't even know where that hat is anymore. I lost it after the photo shoot.
That's too bad. I would want to find that hat again. Thank you guys so much for participating. You both did great. Kaitlyn, when you're injured and you have, it's tough. You were so brave for participating, even with your post-surgery finger. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Romben, you can claim victory today. You have all the bragging rights in the world. That is your prize. Please.
Until June 23rd, apparently, right?
Until June 23rd. I am going to make a wall of winners eventually and runner-ups. I'll think of a good term. Maybe I'll like dunces. I don't know.
I think if it's only two people, there's no runner-up. There's just a winner and a loser.
I mean, it's still technically a runner-up. Like by the definition of runner-up, the person who runs up to the first.
I appreciate the generosity.
All right. Well, everyone should have their pictures up there because you're all beautiful, and I appreciate all of your help and participation with this. There would be no show without my contestants. So thank you guys, everyone watching out there. If you like what you saw, make sure you share this video with your friends and family, especially if you know someone who's trying to practice for the test. They might get one of these questions in their test and then be like, yeah, I know it. Like MISSISSIPPI. Who no one's going to forget that if they've watched this show. All right. So thank you for watching. Like us, follow us, and your contestants on Facebook and all of the social medias. All of our contact information is on the event page. We will see you on June 23rd. And everyone stay safe out there.
And have a good honeymoon trip. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.